Vandeham Sri Guru.
The following is a conversation with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on the 3rd of November 1976 in Vrindavan, India.
Sri Rupam Chakrajatam.
We don't spend a paise for sense gratification.
They squander billions of dollars. They're squandering billions of dollars.
And you spend money for cigarette, for cinema, for restaurant, unnecessarily. We don't spend a farthing for all this purpose. Simply we take little rice, chapati, that's all. Still you are culprit.
And even the papers report that we spend very lavishly for the deities, but for ourselves we only eat very
So it is not credit. We spend for God. We are servants of God. We want to see God gorgeously situated. And for us we have no comforts. We don't care for any comfort. We simply spend minimum just to keep the body and soul together. That's all. This is our principle. We don't spend a farthing for our sense gratification. This should be noted down. If some case is there, this should be present there. We don't go to restaurant, we don't go to cinema, we don't spend lavishly for dress or something else, no. Neither for furniture. If you sit down in a bed, is that faulty?
Then when they go to any temples, they're amazed because
we sit down, don't use any chair, any coaches, unnecessarily, carpet. What expenditure? We have no expenditure for personal service. And still you are faulty. What can be done? We don't purchase any cosmetic. This clay tilak is sufficient. We don't apply any pomade or cosmetic or ointment, either or our girls or ourselves. We don't. We live very simply. After 15 days we shave. There is no use of cutting or decorating. No down all this thing. We have no doctor's billing.
It's because
at least I say doctor's bill. I'm always sick. I never go to the doctor. Give me little knee, give me little this. That's all. Then what less expenditure we can make? As far as possible, do not go into the doctor.
Well, it's because of these things that they're wondering, well, then what do we do with the money?
We spend for Krishna. We're spending 8 lakhs of rupees in Bombay for Krishna.
Yeah,
every month.
We just have to show them how many books we're printing and everything too. It's not that we're letting the money sit and accumulating.
No. I'm daily canvassing Gopal Krishna. Print book. I don't want to keep money in the bank. Convert into the books and keep it in our manner. I'm asking you.
Yeah.
What little money I've got, I don't want to keep in the bank. I want to convert it into purchase paper, print book, that these rascals will never be able to take anything from us.
No.
And then I'm asking every time. Ask Gopal, print books and keep it nicely. Otherwise, somebody may steal and sell in the market. The book should be printed and kept very safely. This is our program. And we are speaking from the Vedic literature. We don't manufacture any magic, any jugglery, any mystic power. We have no mystic power. So which point they will find fault? I don't think we have got any loophole.
We just simply have to present our whole program. And
our only business is how to establish Krishna, the Supreme Personality. That is only. Our quarrel with our man, why this temple is unclean, why there is no flower in the deityism, this is our fight. We have no other cause of fight. And why should we show magic? But these inquiries are going on, it is good. These rascals will be exposed.
So people are so confused because they don't know what's bona fide and what's not.
Neither they want. They are becoming skeptic.
Yeah.
Nobody is bona fide, that's all. This is their conclusion. Because they have confronted with some non bona fide, they have concluded that everyone is non bona fide.
It's very easy to just try to brush it all under the carpet and forget about it.
চোরের ওপর রাগ করে ভুঁয়ে ভাত খাওয়া. A man's household utensils was taken by the thief. He promised, I shall not purchase any more utensils. I shall eat on the floor. Because the thief has stolen my plates. I'm not going to purchase any more. I shall eat on the floor. চোরের উপর রাগ করে ভুঁয়ে ভাত খাওয়া.
You give the example that just because someone may be passing counterfeit money, that doesn't mean to say that all the money you get.
They conclude that no more take any money, all counterfeit. At least in India, Bhagavad Gita is accepted. The God science literature all over the world. Every country. So why they do not take? The Bhagavad Gita is the standard.
Eventually they will, if we push it on.
My mother was very much fond of pickles. After resting in the afternoon, she would take something very sour pickle. We used to take with her also. We are small children. My mother died when I was only 14 years old.
Potato pakora.
Just in front of our house, attached to our house. That means the house belongs to one of our relatives, and her son, stepson, she sold the whole house to a Marwari without the knowledge of this. She was relation grandmother. So when the house was sold, in those days, about not 100 years, about 90 years, in Mahatma Gandhi Road, most important, that Malik's house you have seen. That was one of the Malik's house for 12,000 years. One big of land and grand building. So it was unknown to the stepmother, the stepson sold it. Then he appealed to the High Court that I belong to a respectable family and this, my spoiled stepson has sold the house without my knowledge, then where shall I go? The High Court considered that the drunkard son has sold at a cheap price, and she belongs to a respectable family, where she will go? And the High Court order was, the half of the house shall be used by this lady during her lifetime. You cannot take possession. The Marwari who purchased. So under that grandmother we used to live. So therefore this half portion of the house was a Marwari school. So it is just like our temple and this. So my father first admitted me in that Marwari school. So I learned this Devanagari there. For a few days I was going. I was the only Bengali student there. Because I was little, my father thought that instead of going outside the house, within the house there is a school, so getting admitted. Then the school name was Visuddhanand Marwari Vidyalaya, or something like that. And later on, they constructed a huge building, Visuddhanand Vidyalaya, and then the house was vacated. So, in the beginning, I was admitted in a Marwari school, and I learned little Hindi there. That's all.
थोड़े दिन में हिंदी आप जान गए.
But that was little chance of understanding Hindi. And I was maybe 6 or 7 years old. Then somebody met at Saharanpur. That was of course not in the school. Then in our college there are many up-country class friends, Scottish Church college. One of them was that Dinanath, he came here. Okil. Parsa. He was pleader in the police court, MAVL. Now, I repeatedly told him that you stay here with your wife and write Hindi.
He didn't stay.
I stayed for 1 week and 15 days. Now this disease is called pharyngitis. कितना disease हो सकता है? शरीरम व्याधि मंदिरम. It is the temple of disease. The temple of disease, temple of miseries. Not only disease, and so many other things. Matra sparsa sukhauntiya sitasma sukha dukkha. Simply giving trouble. Sharirabandha. Asannapi klesha deha. Deha means klesha. Klesha, troublesome. They do not know this science. And they do not know how to get out of this body. There is no science. There is only science, Krishna consciousness. They do not know the science, they do not know what is the real position, how troubles come, how we are suffering, nothing of this. And our Krishna consciousness movement is simply dealing with this, how to get out of this entanglement of the body. That is the only problem. And Materialistic person, they do not think it as a problem. Manasasthani indriyani prakritisthani karsani. We are dealing with the real problems, and others, they do not know what is the problems, what to speak of dealing with them. Completely in ignorance. How the body is changing, why there are different forms of life, where from they are coming. They do not deal with these things.
Everybody thinks that body is for enjoying it. They think it's a source of pleasure.
That enjoyment of God's children, they also thought it is enjoyment. The hippies are thinking, enjoying. And others, little polished way, they are also the same, in a polished way. By dressing nicely, everyone is in ignorance. Tivi gunamai bhavai, find out this verse. Na vijanati mamekam paramam brahma. Devi chesa gunamai mamamaya. About the Goswamis it is said, Nidrahara viharakadi vidito. Sleeping and eating and sense enjoyment conquered. So, no sleeping, no eating, and no sense enjoyment, that is perfection. Nidrahara viharakadi vidito sattanto dinot.
Trivi gunamayi bhave evi sarvamidam jagat mohitam na vijanati mame vyakaram adhyayam. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible.
Here it is. Disease, material disease. They are being carried away by the three modes of material nature. It is explained further that Purusha Prakritistha Bhumte Karanam Guna Sanghasya.
Karanam Guna Sanghasya Ushabhyaya. Karanam Guna Sanghasya.
Sadasa Janma Jonishu. Purusha Prakritistha. This is a big part about this.
About one page. Read it. The whole world is enchanted by three modes of material nature. Those who are bewildered by these three modes cannot understand that transcendental to this material nature is the supreme law of Krishna. In this material world, everyone is under the influence of these three gunas and is thus bewildered. By nature, living entities have particular types of body and particular types of psychic and biological activities accordingly. There are four classes of men functioning in the three modes of material nature. Those who are purely in the mode of goodness are called Brahmanas. Those who are purely in the mode of passion are called Kshatriyas. Those who are in the modes of both passion and ignorance are called Vaishyas. And those who are completely in ignorance are called Shudras. And those who are less than that are animals or animal life. However, these designations are not permanent. I may either be a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or whatever. In any case, this life is temporary. But although life is temporary, and we do not know what we are going to be in the next life, still, by the spell of this illusory energy, we consider ourselves in the light of this bodily conception of life. And thus we think that we are American, Indian, Russian, or Brahmin, Hindu, Muslim, etc. And if we become entangled with the modes of material nature, then we forget the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is behind all these modes. So Lord Krishna says that men, deluded by these three modes of nature, do not understand that behind the material background is the Supreme Godhead. There are many different kinds of living entities, human beings, demigods, animals, etc. And each and every one of them is under the influence of material nature, and all of them have forgotten the transcendent personality of Godhead. Those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance, and even those who are in the mode of goodness, cannot go beyond the impersonal Brahman conception of the absolute truth. They are bewildered before the Supreme Lord in his personal feature, which possesses all beauty, opulence, knowledge, strength, fame, and renunciation. When even those who are in goodness cannot understand, what hope is there for those in passion and ignorance? Krishna consciousness is transcendental to all these three modes of material nature, and those who are truly established in Krishna consciousness are actually liberated.
Is it the explanation of that? I don't think in any other edition such explanation. Dr. Radha Krishna, Gada Krishna. Radha Krishna, Gada Krishna. Kri Gnoi Bhavi Devi. Now we are therefore we cannot understand what is God. Especially the communist country. Complete ignorance. They are thinking that by external adjustment, by following the Marx theory or Lenin theory and killing the capitalists, inventing some bogus ways of happiness. You had been in Moscow?
Several times.
I think they are poor. Is it not?
Very poor.
This is
The country very poor. Moscow. In that city, Moscow? Yeah. One has to wait for years in order to get an apartment. In that city, if one wants to get an apartment, he has to wait for years. Yes, Anatol was telling me, that boy, Ananda Shanti. His whole family was living in that, you did not see his room. His room was very small, maybe 2 times the size of your kitchen. And the whole family was living in that, mother, grandmother, father, him. And when Mandakini went there, she was also living there. Very small.
pigeonhole.
Pigeonhole, really a pigeonhole.
So why this is?
Only one room. Because there's no, economically they're not making progress. The situation is very bad. And all the buildings, if you notice, they were very old.
Yes, I already saw.
They were built in the time of Stalin.
Not Stalin. That is during the Tsar.
Sorry.
They could not build anything.
That university is very old. University and all the big buildings, very old. And like you said, there's no taxi.
Yes.
No food. The women are working like sweeper, all fat.
Why is that fat?
Just eating potatoes and meat, pork meat, pig's meat.
Very miserable condition. And advertising, communists are so rich, so happy.
And all the literature concerns itself with struggling against capitalists, struggling to...
And mass of people, they are very morose, unhappy.
Yes, they're really...
In the street you will see, then there is no happiness in their face.
Silent.
Means terrorism. If they do anything against, then finished.
Some period. All these communist countries are like that. I was in many of these countries. People are all depressed.
There is no taxi. You cannot get taxi and call. the taxi driver, they want something more.
Yes, they...
Very bad country, the communist country.
I was asking this boy that was here a few days ago from South India, from Kerala. He was in Russia. I asked him, what did you eat there? How did you stay for 1 year?
He must be eating meat.
No, he said, I was able to get frozen vegetables from the south of Russia. They freeze it and then they sell it. He said, but it's very expensive, very costly. He was getting frozen.
That is also nasty. Frozen means nasty. I never take frozen. In the beginning, I thought it is very nice. We can get fresh vegetable, but they are not at all fresh. All rotten. Rather the same vegetable as we have got in India practice, we dry it and keep it. And that is tasteful. In season time, suppose this season, there is huge quantity of vegetables. So here the system is, they cut into pieces and dry it in the sun and keep it. And during out of season, it is soaked in water, it revives the old taste. Then you can cook.
Taste though, it is different. The fresh vegetable, the taste is very good.
A vegetable must be, but still there is some taste. But this frozen, it has no taste. Sometimes gobi, even they have, in India, those are fish eaters, they keep this dry fish.
Dry fish.
They, fresh fish, they smear with turmeric and salt and keep it in the sunshine and they dry it. Of course, these fish eaters know what is the taste. But they keep it. Kadarja bhakkhan kare, nana joni bhraman kare, tar janma adapade. This I want to introduce. Let them be satisfied whatever they can produce themselves locally. What is that? Little cloth, little food. Any man can produce these things. There is no difficulty at all. They must agree to this simple life. Otherwise, anywhere you can produce your own food and cloth and a cottage. If possible, you can construct big buildings. There is no need. And they should be satisfied, happy with Krishna when life is successful. This I want to introduce now. Anyway, and it is practical. It is not something bogus. It is, we have already experimented. By God's grace, we can produce everything from the land. Sarvakama duhamohi. Sarvakama duhamohi. We can get everything. If they are satisfied with this simple life, there is this save time for Krishna consciousness and happy life. In India, they don't require even cottage. One khatia is sufficient. Keep in one place and lie down. 8 months, at least 6 months, it is very nice. At night, even at daytime it is very hot, night it is cool. So you have got very good sleep, soothing, then you become refreshed in the morning. If you have got good sleep at night, then you become refreshed. Your health is regained. Evacuate, take morning, snan, and chapati, And during very hot season, they don't take even chapati. They take some fruits, guava, and this, what is called that? खरबूज को क्या बोलता है? Melon, yes. During hot season, you get watermelon, this other melon. Honeydew melon. Very nice. In this up country still, in the village, during daytime they don't eat. And during daytime they take some fruits. And at night when it is cool, here they make some chapati. One time. Is it not? Because in daytime it is so hard, it is embarrassing to cook and to digest also. Better take fruit, this melon, and at night they take 3 or 4 chapatis according to that, and good sleep. A very happy life it was. All over India. There is no question of poverty. People did not know what is poverty. And now it is poverty. They do not get even sufficient food.
Industrialization.
Ugrukam. I don't like industry.